Alright, is the mic working? That's the real question. First time trying it from a laptop. Is the mic working, y'all? I'll just probably wait for someone to actually show up, because putting out a poll does not mean anyone's going to really show up. So I have like a minute to drag Oakley up. You should not have laid close to me, darling, if you did not want to be dragged on to get the camera. Look, Oakley's here. He's like, Mom, quit being weird. Tinky was smart and is laying at my feet where I cannot reach her without moving the laptop. So, it looks like shit. So as the title says, some random stuff. I'm just trying to give people enough time to. This is why I like streaming like midday on a weekend, because people don't have school and most people don't have work, so it's kind of like the ideal time to stream. But I was like, I haven't done a live stream in a while. I like sitting and chatting, so. And the Kentucky Derby is this Saturday, so I wanted to talk about that. So one person, yes, I can actually start talking. So let's just start with the Kentucky Derby, since that's the first thing I put on this. I was gonna read for I don't do Spanish, but it was the one-eyed horse. But apparently he has been cut. Hold on. I did have the list of the Kentucky Derby horses pulled up on the lap on my computer, but I don't know if switching to a new tab will take down the stream. So hold on. Let me just bring it up on my phone real quick. Apparently he's been switched out. The article I read wasn't too clear on that. And I lost the one person. Yes, apparently I'm being boring as shit. Yep. Kentucky Derby 2022 horses. And when I say rooting for, like, no actual money is being put down on this. It's just I wanted to root for a certain horse, so I'm going to watch it. Okay, here's the list. Okay, now I realize I can't pronounce half these names. Welcome to the world of thoroughbred racing. You cannot pronounce half of the names. Like, announcers, I'm jealous. How do you pronounce these horses' names in such a fast pace? Epicenter, Zandon, White Abaro, Modongle, Tis the Bomb, Cyberknife, Crown Prince, which is a Japanese horse. So I think I'm going to switch to cheering for that one. I'm not sure. Just for the fact that it's the one horse of the bunch that is not a American horse. According to this, it's the only foreign horse in the lineup, so it might be interesting to root for him. Taiba, Satisfaction, Smile Happy, Classic Causeway, Tawny Port, Barber Road, Messer, Zozos, Summer is Tomorrow, Charge It, Happy Jack, Pioneer of Medea, and Eternal Road. And I think Pioneer of Medea may be American Pharaoh's half-brother. Hold on, let me look that up. There's no way that's the name if his sire is not Pioneer of the Nile, but I'm not sure when Hold on, let me first... Pioneer... He died not too long ago, so it may be a different horse. It would probably make more sense to just Google Pioneer of Medea, but instead I'm Googling Pioneer of the Nile. Yes, okay, so he died in 2019. So yeah, I think this horse was part of Pioneer of the Nile's last crop of foals. So hold on, Pioneer of Medea, Equibase. Yep, Pioneer of the Nile out of Lights of Medina. So he is a half brother to Triple Crown winner American Pharaoh, which is cool. Hold on. It's sort of weird to have another horse named Medina after last year's Medina Spirit, so that's kind of interesting. Is my mic even working? Hold on. Is my mic even working? Hold on. Microphone, according to my laptop, is on. No one's even here, so no one can tell me if I'm even being heard right now. Hold on. I'm just doing my own thing right now. Hold on. Because I'm just curious now. Because I'm obsessed with bloodlines. Okay, so yeah, not actually related to Medina Spirit. But I didn't know Medina Spirit's sire was Giant's Causeway. Like, or grandsire was Giant's Causeway. Whose dam is Mariah Storm, who is the horse that the movie Dreamer was based on. Uh, so yeah. I thought for a second he may be related to Medina Spirit also, but nope, different dam. Um, so that's what I thought for a second. Well, hold on. I'm just gonna be talking about. I'm just gonna be looking up their bloodlines. Let me look at Crown Pride because I know I saw a video on TikTok of him warming up and he was like doing actual like dressage like trots around, which is so interesting because usually you don't see that in American horses. And it's probably because one, it's a Japanese horse, and two, that may just be worked for that horse better. You never know. Um, Crown Royal. I think that's his name. No, and Crown Pride. My brain just does not work. And of course, I'm just talking to no one right now. Pride horse. Oh, now I'm talking to someone. Is my mic working? Whoever just joined the stream, is my mic actually working? I would love to know. If you just joined me, hi. I'm currently weirdly looking up the. Okay, you left. I'm weirdly looking up the Kentucky Derby contenders because I'm crazy. So, let's see. Bloodline, Blood Horse. Will this tell me what I want to know? Why am I looking at any of these like I know who these people are? Like, I do not follow Japanese horse racing at all. So, what is up? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, you would never know. I gave myself bangs. They were my glasses. For some ungodly reason, I gave myself bangs that I just keep tucked away behind my head. I look ridiculous with them. So, I gave myself bangs. Don't ask why. Talking to a wall, because of course I am. Okay, I'm tucking them back because I hate them. Makes me look weird with that. Why am I humming the theme song to the Cleveland show? I have not seen that show in years. Things my poor brain comes up with. I may root for this horse just because he's a pretty dark bay. Nearly black horse. I may do that. White Abaro. I know I heard some shit about him, so. White Abaro. Oh, he's a gray. I rooted for the gray last year. I may have to root for the gray this year. Who are you trained by? Trainer. Staff. Joseph. I've never heard of that trainer. Race Day, Catching Diamonds, by Into Mischief. Not familiar with those horses. I'm talking to a wall. I'm talking to myself. This is why I don't stream on weekdays. Oh, he's a great grandson of Pulpit. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Seattle Slew, Weekend Surprise, AP Andy, then Pulpit, then Tuppet, and then Race Day. So that is his. Then what's Into Mischief Grand Slam? Oh, he's got affirmed. And there's Storm Cat. Ew, I kind of like his pedigree. Like, I'm talking like the pedigree literally means anything. It's all of thoroughbred racing breeding is just a huge fucking gamble of let's breed these two horses that race well and see if we replicate it. That's literally the whole thing about thoroughbred racing is can we replicate this? So yeah. I'm just hesitant because I don't know why. This I don't know. I think because last year's Kentucky Derby was such a shit show with Medina Spirit first testing positive on a drug test and every bit of drama afterward. I'm just hesitant for this Kentucky Derby because I don't want to see the same shit show repeat. And of course, Medina Spirit ended up passing away like a couple months after. Who's your pick for the Kentucky Derby? I'm not sure. I think I'm just really picking a horse that I think looks cute. And maybe their pedigree. I like White Abaro's pedigree. He's got Pulpit, he's got Affirmed in there, he's got Stormcat in there, so I really like his pedigree. I was gonna root for Un Olio or whatever that one-eyed horse was. I don't speak Spanish. Just because he had one eye, I just wanted to root for the underdog or whatever. The one with like a disability. But he got scrapped for some reason. The article I read really wasn't clear on it. Part of it said, he lost this one race leading up to it, and another part was like he needed stitches after running into a rail or something at another race or at the same race. But he was switched out for, I think, Ethereal Road. Another interesting one is there was a half brother to the American Pharaoh, a pioneer of Medina. I cannot talk tonight. That also I think is interesting, just as a little bit of curiosity, because his brother is a Triple Crown winner. Can he do the same thing? And that's just interesting. And what I was saying before is I'm just hesitant because I don't want to relive the same shit show that was last year's Kentucky Derby. It'd be amazing if we got another Triple Crown winner. It'd be amazing. But is it going to happen? Probably not, because we've had like a 30-year dry spell before between Triple Crown winners. It can 100% happen again. And it probably will happen again, because you cannot make the perfect conditions for a race completely. A lot of things go into it, the weather, how the horses are feeling that day, just a whole bunch of different scenarios that go into this whole thing that make it so hard to win the Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. It just is so difficult, especially by the time you get to the Belmont. That's a mile and a half that a lot of these horses have never run. And that's part of what makes the Triple Crown so hard to win is and also these races are just a couple weeks apart. So you have to do the Derby, then you got to go to the Preakness, then you got to do the mile and a half Belmont. It's hard, and that's why we had like 30 years or something between Kentucky Derby winners. Not Kentucky. Triple Crown winners it's hard. And then there's, like I said, things like weather and how the horses are feeling that day. Like they could just show up and decide they don't want to run. They could not run. They may not run well in rain. They can, and they may not run well in rain. And that day, the Preakness just decided to rain. And I think that's what happened with Riva Ridge. Secretary of Stablemate is he won his Derby and then he didn't run well in rain, if I remember correctly, and lost the Preakness. The Kentucky Oaks always reminds me of Ruffian. I wonder if we'll ever get another Ruffian, another horse who can sweep. I wish. I feel like filly races are just so under the radar. I kind of wish there was more. Like another great filly was from the same stable as Secretariat, Cicada. There was Zendaya, not Zendaya, Zenyatta. My brain is broken today. Wasn't Winx, the Australian horse, also a mare. There have been very few good mares, and I can kind of see why they wouldn't want to put so much effort into the mares. Like, as far as after track breeding goes, you can't go as far as a mare. A mare can only have one full year unless you're doing embryo flushes and stuff, where stallions can cover hundreds of mares a season, and a lot of them do. So it's oftentimes not really worth it to put so much effort into fillies. Why is my computer doing that? It's really not a lot of effort to put that much effort into fillies. I wish that we could have another Ruffian. I wish Ruffian had never died. But it's just like that insane curiosity is what could her foals have done? And you have to think this is the same sort of the 70s. We had Secretariat, we had Sham, we had Reefer Ridge. We had a lot of good horses in the 70s. And if she had been bred to any of those other great horses, what could her foals have done? And that's just sort of like a mystery in my brain because like it's just one of the things that'll never leave my head. Um yeah. She's probably my favorite mare, but there isn't a whole lot of great mares to begin with, and I also like her because she was a really dark bay, almost black horse, and I'm a sucker for black horses. Um so I say so yeah a lot. I need help. This is why I don't do unscripted videos anymore. Uh I don't know, maybe I'll do like a video and I'll just react live to the Kentucky Derby as it's happening. Like it's only like 2 minutes, so yeah, that may be interesting. I may do that. That is, if I can convince anyone in the house to watch it with me, or I'll watch it alone and just be shouting at a TV by myself. Like that's what I do. That's what I do, y'all. Um, I've also been thinking about doing a video on Far Lap a lot. Who's your favorite all around racehorse? By all around, what do you mean? Just like favorite racehorse in general? Man of War. I love Man of War. I also love Seabiscuit. I love a lot of racehorses. I'm sorry. Uh, I gotta say, I really do love Man of War. He's one of my favorite to research about, even though he's given me the biggest headache researching about him and trying to put his whole story in a straight line. And also a lot of times find researching the people behind the racehorses, like the owners, jockeys, and trainers, very interesting. A book I'm going to recommend right off the bat right now is Secretariat's Meadow. It's a book by the daughter of Penny Chenery, and it basically tells the story of her family and the Meadow Farm property. It's really interesting, and you get a lot of information, a lot of pictures from both Secretariat and Reeve Ridge and all those other horses, history and just the history of the property in general. It's really interesting. It's a book I've read multiple times. So, what topic was I on? I think I was talking about my favorite all around racehorse. But yeah, I think that answers it. I loved Man of War. Um, so what I was saying was, before I got on that, I really do want to do a video on Far Lap because it's so interesting, and I feel like there's a lot of talk going around about how he died and about the levels of arsenic in his system. But the thing is, the arsenic they found was on his hairs, on his mount. And how it used to be with taxidermy is they used to use a lot of arsenic on it. So I'm curious as to are the amounts of arsenic on his body from actual poisoning or is it from the taxidermy process? So that's something I really would be interesting to deep dive into because this is just one of those horse racing mysteries that is just so interesting because this horse was a champion in Australia and New Zealand, I think. No, I think he was born in New Zealand, trained and raced in Australia. My brain is not doing well tonight, guys. I'm tired. Uh, and then he comes to America. He races, does good, and he dies here. And horse racing in this time period was very shady. And I would not be shocked if he was poisoned by American competition just to get him out of the way. Because he was a very successful horse. And between him and Winx, Winx, I think. Hold on. Or the two, is she even a, hold on. Winx. Okay. Okay, she was a mare and she was an Australian thoroughbred horse. Okay, where did Far Lap Did I get Farlap wrong? Farlap was a champion New Zealand bred thoroughbred racehorse who is widely regarded as... Where did you race, though? Hold on. And I realize I've lost, like, everyone just going off. But I figure people will come back and watch this later and just watch the train wreck. Yeah, he raced in Australia, born in New Zealand, raced in Australia. And so, yeah, that's something I really want to do a video on, because the sheer amounts of arsenic in his system could come from several different places. And it's just on the list. Like, I'm working currently on a Togo movie versus real life, like from Disney's Togo. And I've got another video planned about LGBTQ history and Disney that's sort of going to tie into the Percy Jackson series that's coming out, because I do have some serious worries about future representation if they continue on and do Heroes of Olympus. I am very concerned. So that's going to be a whole nother video I'm planning. So it's going to be a little bit further down, and it may end up being an article on my website before it even hits the channel. Oh yeah, this is another impulse decision I made this year. I started a website. It should be in the description of all the videos now. I remember to add that now. It's Rainbow Typewriter at Weebly.com or something. But yeah, I did that. That was the biggest impulse I did this year in January 2022. And then, yeah, that's a thing. Why? Why did I do that? Who knows? But, so yeah, my video list I'm planning is going to be nice. It's just going to take longer in between videos on these talky videos, because I posted a little cheat on my community tab. And if you ever want to know what I'm up to, check the community tab. Either I'm giving you a sneak peek, I posted something somewhere, or I'm having a mental breakdown. One of the three. Choose the day and be surprised. I should not be joking about the sheer amount of mental breakdowns I have, but I do not do well with stress, or Charlie's birthday was last month. Just ignore anything I say that it just seems off. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I posted like a sneak peek of like, it was like in a notebook and me writing down, timeline notes for Togo. So now I've got to go watch Togo, make notes, do more research on the subject, make notes, and then somehow put that all into a cohesive story to video, because I did a video on Togo when I first watched the Disney Plus movie, and I feel like it's been long enough that I can look at it through a more critical lens instead of just shouting about what they got wrong. I can actually sort of explain it and do something more in the vein of like history buffs or Dominic Noble's Lost in Adaptation, like telling you what's different and like explaining it. Because I've researched the 1925 Serum Run extensively for years. Like, I wanted this dog for 20 years. Like, I've been obsessed with Huskies for forever, and that's including most historical things they've done, including the 1925 Serum Run to Nome. So, yeah, Oakley's asleep. That's the bad part of doing this in the evening. Oakley is a very tired dog. Like, she goes to bed out for hours. And it's only 6:21, so she's going to be out all night. Yeah. I swear I got a broken dog. I got a broken husky. I swear to God, I got a broken husky. And I've got her hair everywhere on me. She goes to the groomers this Thursday. Her first ever professional grooming appointment now that we've moved to the city. She goes to the groomer. I've always groomed her myself. She's blowing her coat, and for once, I don't have to deal with it. Although I do have fun pulling little... Hold on, let's see if I can get some fluffies. Oakley, can I have some fluffies? Can I have some fluffies? We can't save all the fluffies for the groomer. We want you to be invited back, so maybe not make it snow. Fluffies. I just throw it back on her. Like, what's the point of pulling it out when you just threw it back on her? She's like, I have no time for you, Mom. fluffies. And I figured out pretty quick if you do this, roll it in a ball, it does not get it everywhere. It does not get fur everywhere. So that's ugly for you. All right, what? Someone bounced a topic off me. I was talking about videos I want to make. I could probably talk a bit more on that. As far as like the Hollyleaf, whatever it takes preview I posted, I have not worked on it since. I will get to working on it when I have a bit more motivation for it. Usually if you want to see like little bits of art for me, TikTok, I've started putting a whole lot more speed paints on TikTok as well as opinions. I'm currently in a Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard content spam phase. So yeah, over there, I'm just spamming Magnus Chase content for some ungodly reason. I also plan to do a comic dub for my comic Wolf's Pride at some point. I think I may start doing casting call after I finish chapter 2, because after that I should only have one more chapter left. So chapter 2 is a very long chapter 2. Like, it's an entire like thing. So, and then chapter 3 will also be very long. Chapter 1's only 10 pages, plus minus the prologue, which is a 1-page prologue, so it won't be horrible to do. All right. Last thing on the agenda to talk about was the Blood of Zeus. And I just wanted to say, mostly because I did a review on it today on Rainbow Typewriter, I love this. I obviously love Greek mythology, and it was just something that I thought I didn't think I'd like, even though it's like in an anime style and it's Greek mythology. I can be very, very picky about what I watch. Shocker, because I'm a Hitalia fan, that I could be ever so selective about what I watch. No, never. I would never do that. If I watch garbage like Italia, I haven't watched Italian forever, and I have no inclination to watch the newer seasons. Mostly because I don't want to give money to Funimation. Though now that they combined with Crunchyroll, I'm kind of screwed. Because that's pretty much the entirety of the anime industry in America right there. And it seems like they've kept the shitty practices of Funimation, but just now going by the Crunchyroll name. Like, if you're gonna merge, get rid of the shitty people at Funimation, please. All the shitty practices, throw them out the window, please. No, you're gonna continue to do shady shit, treat voice actors like crap, and everything else. Oh, and apparently now they're gonna stop letting voice actors work remotely. So unless you live near their studio, yeah, shit out of luck. So whatever, Funimation. And I'm not gonna call you Crunchyroll because we know it's just Funimation using the Crunchyroll brand to be shit faces under a new branding and like get rid of their bad press. Seriously, my God. What started out as a review, like a love of Blood of Zeus, just turned into me just being like, "What's up with the anime industry this year, this century, Like it's only been a century, like that shit has existed. Not even a century, maybe kind of like a century, and it's already went down the toilet. Congratulations, the entertainment industry. I need a life." But the Blood of Zeus was good. Like, watch it. Watch it if you're into Greek mythology or you like anime or anything. If I had to explain it, it's kind of like you took an ancient Greek story, threw demons in there, or insert antagonist, but it's like they're demons. They're called demons. And Zeus can't keep it in his pants. Hera's a bitch. Apollo's hot as shit. Yeah, typical Greek story, but anime style with pretty boys. Basically, the blandest fuck protagonist, because of course the protagonist has to be fucking bland. Like, this guy has 2 facial expressions: angry Or literally, that's his two facial expressions. That's his, it's literally his two facial expressions. He has nothing else. But I think I've talked about all I set out to talk about in this stream. So if anyone wants to throw a topic at me, and I'll talk about it, because I kind of wanted to stream for an hour, but somehow 30 minutes in and I'm out of shit to talk about. If people would just quit leaving. What, do you guys see my cat icon and you think it's gonna be my cat, and then you see my ugly face? Do you see my persona and it's just like, oh, then you see my ugly face? It's like, yeah, I already took a shower today. I'm not putting on makeup for this. And my hair is in between dyes. It will be dyed black eventually. Eventually. So, I may just end the stream here. So, I'll try again, maybe Sunday after the Kentucky Derby. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this is not seriously taking down my subscriber count. Bye.